Are you confused about why that certain someone would not commit to you? It's evident that he likes you and you want him too. You two certainly have that spark and that chemistry, but why is it that he gets turned off when it comes to commitment or anything remotely serious? Who hasn't faced this dilemma of will he, won't he? So don't worry ladies, today we'll unpack what goes on inside the minds of men that stops them from committing, even to women they might like. But before we hop in, please be sure to like and subscribe. Alright, let's get to it. Number 1, they're not ready. So this might be the most apparent reason, but trust me, this is still a crucial aspect to consider. Some men may not be at a point in their lives where they're ready for a commitment. They may not feel prepared to take on the responsibilities of a committed relationship. It's also possible that they might be focused on other aspects of their life, such as their career, personal growth, or other goals, and they might feel that they don't have the time or energy required in a proper relationship. This can make it challenging for them to invest in a relationship. These reasons may become a source of hesitancy for men. Additionally, not being ready for a commitment can also mean that they don't feel emotionally prepared for a commitment. They may still be dealing with unresolved issues from past relationships, or may not feel emotionally stable enough to take on the emotional responsibilities and obligations of a committed relationship. Number 2, they do not envision a future with the person that they're presently dating. Some men may not see a future with the person they're dating and may not feel a strong connection or compatibility with them, making long-term relationship difficult for them. They might not see themselves living together or even being together for long-term with that person because they don't have a clear picture of the future. It can be hard for them to commit to a long-term relationship because they don't see why they should commit to something that they don't think will last. At this point, you need to realize that the problem is not with you. You two might need different things in life, which is perfectly fine. Number 3, they are not over their previous relationship. This is the hardest pill to swallow for many people, as this is that one problem that neither of you can fix. However, it's still hard to accept, and it is what it is situation. The truth is, men who are not over their previous relationships may struggle to commit to a new one. They may still be coping with unresolved feelings or difficulties of a previous relationship, making it difficult to invest in a new one altogether. This makes it hard for them to commit to a new relationship, not to mention the trauma they might have had from a failed relationship. They may still love their ex-partner and have trouble moving on. In that case, it is possible that they're not in the correct mental state to take on duties or responsibilities that come with a new committed relationship, or that they're still emotionally healing from the wounds of the previous relationship. This might make it challenging for them to open up emotionally to someone new, and ladies, it's not your fault if he's still hung up on his ex. You deserve better. Number 4, afraid of getting hurt. Some men may be afraid of getting hurt in a committed relationship. They may have been hurt in the past and are cautious about putting themselves in the position of being heartbroken again. Suppose a guy has experienced pain in the past and fears experiencing it again. In that case, he may be reluctant to emotionally invest in a new relationship for fear of experiencing the same pain. This dread may arise from previous loss or rejection, making it difficult for him to trust someone new. This may prevent him from committing to a new relationship. Furthermore, being fearful of being hurt may cause him to be more careful in the relationship and unwilling to take the same chances that he would have if he didn't have this fear. This might make it tough for him to commit to the relationship and engage fully in it. It's okay to take things slow. Each individual has their own pace. Number 5, not interested in the same things. Before we delve deeper into this point, I want to remind you that all of you are extremely smart and perfect women who don't have to change themselves to get guys. I always preach self-love on this channel. But the following point is also the bitter truth that we must face. I've often seen that men who are not interested in the same things as their partners might find it challenging to commit to a long-term relationship. They may not see a future with someone who has no shared interest or principles. This is because they don't have anything in common. Also, if they don't share the same interests and values, they might not have the same vision for their future together, and might not agree on what they want out of life. This can lead to arguments and misunderstandings, making it difficult for them to see a long-term future together. Without a shared vision for the future, he might find it challenging to commit to a long-term relationship. Number 6, trust issues. A man with trust issues may have trouble trusting his spouse and opening himself emotionally. They could be afraid to trust their partner or to open up to another person emotionally, and they might even have difficulties trusting the person they're romantically involved with. This might be due to prior betrayal or disappointment, which makes it difficult for him to trust someone fresh. This lack of trust may make it difficult for him to fully commit to a new relationship. He may be afraid to put himself out there and risk being harmed again. This might make it difficult for him to form a deep emotional connection with his spouse and commit. Furthermore, having trust difficulties may indicate that he's more careful in the relationship, is dubious of his partner's conduct, and has difficulty trusting their intentions. This might cause arguments and tensions and make it difficult for him to see a long-term future with her. Trust me when I say you must stay away from men like this. This is for your own sake. Number 7. Lack of a strong emotional connection. This is yet another hard pill to swallow for many people. Men who lack a strong emotional connection with their partner may find it difficult to commit to a long-term relationship. Some men in relationships may not feel much love or affection for the woman and cannot see themselves staying together. It's a basic rule of science. When a guy lacks a strong emotional connection, he may lack a strong sense of love or affection for his girlfriend. This lack of emotional connection may make him hesitant to commit. In addition, the fact that he does not have a deep emotional relationship with his spouse may also suggest that he does not experience a sense of intimacy or closeness with his partner, both of which are essential components of a committed relationship. Yikes. Number 8. Fear of losing freedom. Some men may be afraid to lose their independence in a committed relationship. It's possible that they take pride in their autonomy and don't want to be dependent on a single individual. Fear of losing freedom might indicate that a man loves his independence and does not want to be tied down to one person. He may be unwilling to give up his autonomy and hesitant to accept the duties and commitments that come with a committed relationship. It could very much be that he freaks out at the idea of being tied down. He might not want to give up being able to make his own choices, use his time and energy as he pleases, and work towards his own goals and interests. A person terrified of losing their freedom may not want to give up the lifestyle, habits, or social circle they have cultivated for themselves because they're afraid of losing their independence. He may not want to make the sacrifices that come with a committed relationship and might not be ready to make the commitment to be together long term. Number 9. May be focused on their career or personal goals. Men focused on their profession or personal ambitions may find it difficult to commit to a relationship. They may believe that committing to a relationship would consume too much of their time and energy, and they might be unable to commit to one truly. Number 10. Unresolved emotional baggage. Men with unresolved emotional baggage from the past might find it difficult to commit to a certain person. They may be struggling with unresolved emotions or difficulties from previous relationships, childhood trauma, or some unresolved issues, making it difficult for them to invest completely. This might add to their commitment phobia, making them emotionally unavailable. Number 11. Not feeling respected or appreciated. Men who do not feel respected or valued by their spouse may find it difficult to commit to a long-term relationship. It's possible they may not have a strong feeling of love or affection for their spouse, and it's also possible that they don't envision a future with them. It might be tough for men to commit to a long-term relationship if they don't feel sexually compatible with their spouse. They may be dissatisfied with the sexual component of the relationship and may not envision a future with their spouse. Number 12. Dating multiple women. Men dating multiple women may not be ready to settle down and commit to one person. Being in several relationships might indicate that a man is not prepared to settle down and commit to one person. He may be enjoying the freedom and flexibility of dating numerous people and might not be ready to accept the duties and commitments of a committed relationship. He may not have decided whom he wants to be with, or he may have not discovered the proper person yet. Also, suppose he is in multiple relationships. In that case, it could mean he's not emotionally available, is not ready for a serious relationship, or is unwilling to commit to one person. He's not ready to let go of his other possibilities and totally commit to one relationship. This might make it tough for him to commit to a long-term relationship. Number 13. Not viewing the relationship as equal or fair. Men who do not regard the relationship as equal or fair may find it challenging to commit. They may not believe that their needs and desires are being satisfied, or that their spouse is putting in the same amount of effort as they are. They may also think they're not receiving the same degree of respect, trust, or communication they're offered. This might lead to resentment and make it difficult to imagine a long-term future together. While all of these are possible reasons that he might not be committing to you in a full-time relationship, it is essential to note that these might not apply to your specific case. These tips are just aimed at helping you understand the psyche of men and how they think. I hope you guys have an amazing day ahead, and I'll see you in the next video with a new scenario.